Hello everybody. Hi. Since Metroid Dread released, I haven't been able to stop playing it. I've beaten the game more times than I remembered to keep count, and I've finally started diving into what speedrunners are up to. It didn't take long though to find that people have already broken this game open a little bit. This game happens to be full of sequence breaks and early item collection. So for today's video, I wanted to look at the beginning of the game and a huge sequence break that can change many things about your first 20 minutes. This is my sneaky reminder to tell you to subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. Okay, we've started the game and we're running a linear path until we reach this section. Here we're meant to slide through this tunnel and shoot the fleshy bomb from the other side, but there's another option. As it turns out, if we jump immediately out of a slide and shoot, we can fire through the wall here and break this bomb. But doing it in this corner will get you killed by the falling rubble, so you've got to do the last shot from a distance, which is slightly harder with the timing. What we've essentially just done is skipped the entire beginning sequence where we would normally have to destroy this broken down Emmy. Not only is this a speedrunning time save, but it's a pretty cool sequence break that you can use anytime you start a new game. Two doors to the left we would normally be pathing to this Emmy door, but we can actually skip this as well. It just so happens that at the beginning of this room, we can once again shot clip this fleshy bomb and make our way up. Not only is this clip much harder to pull off, but it brings much more to the table than the first one. See, there are a few things that happen when you find your way around going to that Emmy door. Firstly, by going up, you can actually enter the Emmy zone from a higher floor and collect this missile tank while you're at it. It's funny if you walk out of the lower Emmy door after entering the higher one because it'll play the cutscene as if you just climbed onto the ledge when you really just came out of the door. The only other thing to do from here is walk through this door and activate the Emmy for the first time, but let's hold off on that for now. Without activating the Emmy, we're able to run all the way up to this first boss and collect the Phantom Cloak before we've really done anything. There are some dangers to this strategy though. By now, you'll only be equipped with a few extra missiles and it won't be enough to keep this boss under constant fire. We also haven't collected the charge beam yet, so it's not possible to damage him without our missiles. When he fires these green balls, we can get some of our missiles back, and then it's just a game of patience. During the final phase though, he will start to spread this gas over the ground, and because we haven't collected the spider climb yet either, we'll have to get a little creative to stay above the damage. But yes, we can defeat this boss with only our missiles, and it feels pretty good. This also opens up a lot for us to explore. The thing is, once you've chosen to come this way, you can't go back due to this little spot. Sliding to the right is fine, but we won't have the morph ball to come back left. So we leave the boss room and continue forward to a network room we aren't meant to be in yet, and suddenly our computer is telling us about two Emmy we've never actually encountered thus far. We pass the deranged machine and finally we're hit with the tip telling us the flashing area on the map is meant to signify an item is nearby. The reason this is funny is that we're generally meant to get that message the moment before we did our first skip way back at the beginning. I should probably mention now that because we didn't run into the Emmy and its starting cutscene through the door, they actually haven't been activated yet. All of the Emmy zones we can explore give us the freedom of taking our time because the Emmy on patrol hasn't woken up yet. And it's great fun. Oh yeah, and about that little choke point we ran into earlier, because we can't go back and take care of the Emmy properly from here, we'll have to go around and collect the charge beam after all in order to get back to that spot. With our charge beam equipped, we can come back to this Emmy crossroads, and sadly not much has actually changed. If we cross through this choke point again, we won't be able to come back the same way because this hatch closes after you slide through it the first time. And if we use our charge beam to get the heat redirected to progress, we can't continue through the open doors because the floor can only be broken from the bottom. And yeah, you guessed it, you can only get under this floor by activating the Emmy robot. I'll be honest, I tried everything I could think to do in this situation and I couldn't find a way to skip this Emmy entirely. I got so close, and if I was just able to bypass this floor, I'm sure I'd be able to kill the brain thing before even turning the Emmy on. I wonder what kind of chaos that might open up. Either way, that's pretty much all you can do with the power of shooting through walls at the beginning of Metroid Dread. I know there are more sequence breaks hidden around this game, and many that people have already found, so if you like this video and would like to see more broken Metroid Dread, let me know down below, and subscribe to stick around. My name's Myloe, and I'm out.